any way possible, and making sure that we're as successful as we possibly can be, based on how much effort we put in, but they're putting in so much effort back into us. So I just want to plug all of those and shout them out.
Yes, and you were on a TV show recently. Talk a little bit about that experience.
Not quite a TV show, sort of kind of had a little moment.
Yeah.
On TV last year where I was a part of a pitch competition. So yeah. It was a dope experience. First time I've ever pitched in front of a camera. My legs were shaking so hard. So but yeah, it was a dope experience.
What you did?
You may also find investors in your company at TGS, right? So some people who may be launching businesses, I'm going to actually pay some angel investors, right? People who can write $5,000, $10,000 checks like nothing. And so I'm investing in cryptocurrency. A guy who runs cryptocurrency is called Tribal, so check it out, TRIBL. But you can find people, and I've met them here, right? And so you can find people who are willing to invest in your businesses right here.
We don't always like to talk about this, but failure breeds success. And so let's talk a little bit about those failure moments and how you transcend from it in your business, yourself was better because of some of those failure moments. Because I can definitely resonate with that in myself. Definitely had some failures, wrong business partnerships, spending too much money on the wrong things, not having a viable product, to market at the right time, and all of that. But I want to just talk about that failure point, because if you do not fail, then how can you succeed? You will not know the things that you need to improve upon. So how can you guys talk?
Right in. As I said, I am not an engineer by any means. I had a really cool idea. That was about it. I researched this product and trying to see why it wasn't created, trying to see if it could be created. I did it for about 10 months and dove in head first. I took out a couple of dollars from my savings account. I was like, this is all I need. I can make this happen. Ooh, was I wrong? Was I wrong? I made so many mistakes. I lost so much money because of pure, straight up adulterated mistakes. And every single thing that I've had to go through, from firing people to realizing what people say versus what they do, versus thinking that you need to follow this plan this way, it's going to work the same way for everybody, to literally just not purely knowing what the hell I was doing. Like, I had no idea at certain points, and it literally made me dig in deep. I mean, deep, to really say, you know what, I gotta get a better stronghold on this, because I'm spiraling out of control already and I haven't even started. I felt a lot, even down to last week. And I'm still going, but every single thing that I went through, every single moment, every inch of it, I was like, God, seriously? I feel like you keep telling me to do this, but it don't look like you want me to do this. But every single thing I had to learn. I had to go through it. And I'm a little hard-headed, as it is already.
We all are. That's what makes leadership, right?
So clearly, I just needed to go through it that way. But I've learned so incredibly much. I now know how to not lose money. I know now how to, and I'm probably going to lose some more, but I know how to make money. I know how to make a business run, and I didn't know any of this when I first started over 2.5 years ago. So I just had to go through it. It is what it is. It's a part of the process, especially when you're going into something that is not your wheelhouse. It is what it is, and you can't read enough books. I couldn't Google enough. I couldn't read enough. I couldn't watch enough, YouTube videos or nothing.
I tried to watch all of them.
It doesn't work. You have to go through it. So it is what it is. I'm still breathing. And I still have, I can still pay my mortgage. So.
Amen for that.
I decided to be in business with someone I had known since my freshman year of undergrad.
Oh man, the same story.
And he came to me, he said, I see your vision, I got you, I understand where you're trying to go. And then we had some amazing few months. Like, we were making money.
It feels so good, don't it?
We were vibing, like the plan was working out. Then I looked up and I realized that I was doing all the administrative work. I was doing all the network.
You start taking inventory.
Yes. I was doing everything. And then this terrible thing happened in the lobby of my condo. And I said, I had given him a copy back. I said, this is what I'll sign. I won't sign what you sent me. And he cussed me out in the middle of my lobby. And that's right there when I knew that this is not good business etiquette. This is not someone that I want to do business with. He's more talk than he is action. And he also doesn't respect me, because I don't believe you talk to people that you respect in the manner he was talking to me. And it was heartbreaking because I was looking at my friend. And it was my friend that I thought I was going into business with. And I realized that, oh, this is why they say you don't mix certain things. So it was hard for me, because I decided that the best way at that point for me to get out of the situation was to absolve what I had created. It was the cheapest option. It was the simplest thing for me to do. And so I had to let my baby go.
So, everyone has had hard times through this, but with a catering company particularly, where our business was 80% corporate, in 30 days, the business was flat on its ass. I mean, there was nothing that you could do to change that, because it was now out of our control. That was a huge challenge and a huge thing to face. But I have to give a lot of power to my business coach, who saw the writing on the wall actually before we really got deep into COVID. And she told all of us that were under her. Matter of fact, it was right when the first episode of COVID hit with the West Coast, she started talking to us now, okay, I need to start working on plan B, come up with a plan B. And we all did, so it was very fortunate. One of my plan Bs was I had launched this product years before, but I never put a lot of energy in it and didn't really go anywhere. And it was my condiment line. But I had been talking about it over the years, and she told me, Austin, if you ever going to do this, this is the time to pull the trigger and make it happen. She gave me literally 30 days to build this business from scratch to launching it live. Now, we all...
What's their contact information?
I'll give it to you, because she is a champion, I tell you. But in 30 days, I had to do everything from concept to website to e-commerce to marketing to trying to get clients to coming up with a product, making labels, to finding out the product company, pricing, 30 days she paid me to do this. And we did it. We did it. We pulled the string and launched it. It's a subscription program, and it's doing pretty good. We've been in business now 2 years. We've got some great, really creative products. One of our products is one of our most popular products. So we do barbecue sauces, gourmet barbecue sauces, ketchup, jam, jelly, seasonings, and vinaigrette. One of our most popular is a bacon bourbon barbecue sauce. Well, I knew I was doing something right when Sam's Club called us and asked us they wanted to talk about this product and to tell them about it. Now, I'm still small fry. I knew that it was not going anywhere because I'm not ready for retail. But to come up with a product and come up with a product line that catches the eye of something like that, let me know that number one, this idea, this concept has a lot of teeth and it can really take the business further. And long story short, I honestly see that although I will continue catering for quite some time, I see that product is probably going to be the mothership of our company in the future. So when you talk about failure breeding success, it worked out and is working out pretty good for me, with the downside that I have.
This is my inability to get over myself, self-doubt. I feel as though in entrepreneurs, I'm sure you experience it, we experience on the stage, this amount of just like, am I good enough? Is this right? Is this the right thing to do? That's been the biggest challenge or continued failure is like wake up in the morning, doubting myself. Go to bed wondering if I did enough for the day. And nothing ever being enough to feel successful. And so for me, failure is a daily thing, right? I take L's every day, take some W's every day. And the goal is just to have more W's. If I have one more W, that means I need to walk around my block, get some exercise, call somebody I love, and just like have them important to me. Like the goal is to have at least one more W than an L.
So 15-minute consultations go to wearekineticsolutions.com and feel free to get my card afterwards. But let's talk a little bit about those wins and the things that you want to leave this audience with tonight. However you guys want to start.
All right, I'll be quick. So two things that we're doing, equity and education, 501c4 nonprofit. One is we're trying to organize.
But you do have freedom, you do have free resources called the PTACSs here in Atlanta that will do all that for you for free.
I had no idea about the PTACSs. Is that what you do?
PTACs.
PTACs. I had no idea about that. I was trying to go about it through the, gosh, I can't remember the name of the division, but it was an Army-specific division that was supposed to be the healthcare side of going into helping veterans. So that is knowledge to me, and I would ask you to take that.
If you have a question, I'll be back here out.
Influencer. And what I'm doing, I'm fostering a community. Well, I'm fostering a refined culture of women of masculine center through education, community, and representation. And through that, I'm also bringing awareness to women like myself. I'm an intersex woman, and so I'm also looking to inspire women of masculine center because this is the spectrum, and just looking to connect and bring awareness and community and allyship, and collaboration again amongst LGBTQ and heterosexual allyship.
Amen.
Things like that. So excuse me while I'm trying to gather my thoughts. It's a new experience for me speaking in front of so many people. Shaking my
That's all right.
I appreciate it. So my question for you all, and I would appreciate it if everyone could try to answer this. As you all spoke earlier, the difficulties or the challenges and obstacles of maneuvering in spaces when you're trying to conduct business, or if you have a brand or an idea that you're trying to push, or have people support or back. What would you all say is the most important skill or most valuable skill for queer queer people of color maneuvering and trying to navigate in this world? What is the important skill that you all?
For me, and particularly I'm thinking about to that beginning stage that you're in, the most valuable thing that I had in the beginning was my passion. It was that passion that connected me to my first business mentor. When no one else around me understood what I was trying to do or wanted to help me doing what I was trying to do, it was my passion that intrigued her. And this was a 60-year-old white lady who didn't know anything about hip-hop culture, about adding diversity and inclusion into a city and from a life standpoint. But she said, "You really care about this." And from there, she introduced me to the people who would help me. At the end of the day, you can have 50 closed doors in your face. All you need is one yes.
That's right.
You need one person to believe in you. And as long as you keep networking and keep showing people the passion that you have for this community, the community you're trying to build, you're gonna find that.
Passion 100%, because when you have your darkest days, you will absolutely have them, seriously, every single time I get to that moment, I go back to what he said. Remember why you're doing what you're doing, and that's all about passion. So that's, to me, that's the baseline. I mean, sincerely, I'm just be transparent. 4 weeks ago, I didn't know how we were going to go to market next week because I was literally out of money. I listened to an entrepreneur, gosh, I can't remember his name right now, I'm sleepy, it's past my bedtime. But real talk, he said companies fail because they either give up or they run out of money. So if you can stay ahead of both of those, then you're straight. And so we ran out of money 4 weeks ago. And I'm like, God, I have no idea how we're gonna make it. And if I don't get this amount of money by Friday, I don't know how we're gonna make it. And I was able to raise the exact amount down to the freaking cent in 2 weeks from 2 investors that were not even on my radar at all. They came to me, but the thing that kept me going, I was still putting in orders with no money. Like dead ass. And it was because of that passion and sincerely saying, I know this is supposed to happen. It's gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. And it's pure passion, and that's the reason, and going back to the reason why. So that's all I want. Definitely.
Inspirational, and I'm gonna just say, just fucking human panels here with the Outdoor Genesis Alliance. And I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Walter, Carlton, Jamel, Denise, Anthony. You all are incredible. We are nearing the end of our time. You've given us so much. I want to make sure y'all get some drinks up in here. But I want to say thank you so much, Walter, and the entire panel for all of you and your knowledge that you've helped impart here. Out Georgia, we're really on this path of better understanding how we are interconnected with and supportive of the full spectrum of our community. And we're right here in Atlanta, and we need to do more to support our Black, queer entrepreneurs. And you're helping us understand how we do that even more. And I want to just, from my perspective as Chris Lugo, aside from Out Georgia, I just want to say thank you. Every single one of you. I'm getting to know you. You two. I know you two over here way more in our professional and personal endeavors, but I just want to say thank you so much, Anthony and Denise. You're helping me understand how I can be a better leader of a nonprofit that's aiming to support our diverse LGBTQ entrepreneurs right here in the city of Atlanta and across the state of Georgia. Walter, your leadership is incredible. And again, I just want to say thank you to everyone here involved. The Gathering Spot, in particular, is a beacon of hope, I think, for our community at large here. And what the magic here is infectious. And I am personally using that as inspiration and motivation for me to do an even better job of understanding and learning about the experience of all of our entrepreneur diverse communities here in the city of Atlanta and across the state, and also the idea of building community and building support mechanisms and really seeing each other for who we are as humans who a lot of us here in the room are out to make an impact and in our own way, in a unique way that only we can have in the world. So I want to thank the entire panel. Thank you so much. I want to invite up, absolutely, I want to invite up for a moment of Meek Productions, a certified LGBT-owned business, and a media partner of the Out Georgia Business Alliance to talk a bit more about what's happening right now with Atlanta Black Pride. We're going into Labor Day weekend. It's a huge weekend for the community here in Atlanta, and there's a whole lot going on. And as Miko is sharing a bit more about what is happening here in Atlanta with Atlanta Black Pride Weekend, I also want you to know, stop by me, I have some more drink tickets. So get another drink before you head out the door if you
Nice.
like. If it's safe to do so. If it's safe to do so. But Miko, let us know about Atlanta Black Pride.
First of all, good evening to everybody. Thank you all so much for attending this event. This is the first time that our Georgia Business Alliance is actually here at the gathering spot. And for those that don't know me, my name is Miko Evans. I am the founder and executive producer of Meek Productions Incorporated. That's MEAK as in Kite Productions with an S. We are the world's first LGBTQ exclusive talent agency and production company. And next year we'll be celebrating our 20th conceptual anniversary of that vision, and we're very excited about it. Thank you. Also this year, I was just recently elected as the new co-host for the Gathering Spots LGBTQ Circle Group. I'm very excited about that. I also want to give a shout out to all of the LGBTQ Circle members that are actually in the room, along with my other new co-host, Brother Sean Branch, in the house. Stand up so they know who you are. Come on, wave your hand. We're doing a lot of things here with the Gathering Spot. I want to give a shout out to the Gathering Spot for even creating this group, because and I also want to give a shout out to the senior coordinator, Sister Nadia Ross, who couldn't be here tonight, but her, along with some of the original people that helped to start the LGBTQ Circle Group, they made a decision that, hey, you know, with all of the circle groups that you all have, we need representation in the LGBTQ plus community, and they was the one that actually made it possible, so I definitely want to give them a shout out. Getting back to Atlanta Black Pride, last week we had our 11th annual Atlanta Black Pride press conference series, which is something that my company produces every year. And had a chance to be on Channel 2 Action News. That was an awesome feat. So I'm proud about that. And we had it at Fix Atlanta. And so there's going to be a lot of things happening for Black Pride. A lot of people think that when it comes to the Black Gay Pride celebration, which is in its 26th annual season, that it's just about the nightlife. Atlanta Black Pride has always been rooted and grounded in cultural events, cultural and educational events, going all the way back to the first one in 1996, okay? And so there's going to be both cultural events during majority of the day, and of course the nightlife and everything is not going to be till the evening. So you can actually go to more than one website. The host organization, Atlanta Black Pride Incorporated, their website is www.atlantablackpride.org. Also, this year marks the 10th anniversary celebration of the Pure Heat Community Festival, which is the actual climax event that they have during Black Pride, always on Sunday. And that's going to be at Piedmont Park. And so for more information about that, you can actually visit AtlantaPrideWeekend.com, because they're going to be actually having a host of workshops at their host hotel, the Sterling by Hilton, which was formerly known as Hotel Midtown, right there on 14th Street. I know the girls, Sister Hill, she's representing AARP. They're going to be doing a special workshop on which day? Saturday? It's going to be Saturday at what time?
2 o'clock.
It's going to be Saturday at 2 o'clock, and it's going to be at the Host Hotel for Tracks, Heroes, and Rock Stars production. So make sure you attend that. They're also going to be having their official Black LGBTQ Film Festival, which starts at 12:30. Also on the host organization side, their fashion show is going to be Friday night, and for the first time on Sunday at Central Park, which is located on the corner of North Avenue and Central Park Place. They're going to be having for the first time the LGBTQ Food and Wine Festival, which is the very first of its kind, and it's going to be awesome. It's created by Evangland Media and Monarch International, so that's going to be something very awesome for the grown and sexy. So y'all want to love that. So make sure you go and register. I think it's I forgot the website. I think it's LGBTFW.com. That stands for Food and Wine. So you can actually check that out. All of the information is basically located at AtlantaBlackPride.org and AtlantaPrideWeekend.com. Thank you so much. You don't want to get you late, right? But yes, the host organization Atlanta Black Pride is also doing the second annual Trans Life Awards, which is something that was originally created by one of the awesome member of the board of Atlanta Black Pride, Dwayne. He's also the board of our Georgia Business Alliance and stuff. So I want to give Dwayne Queen a shout out for creating that vision. We had a chance to witness that annual one. So they're doing great things this year. They're going to be honoring a lot of people. So make sure you attend that. What else?
Myself and Tony are being honored. He is being honored. We being honored this.
Give yourself a plug. Give yourself a plug. And also, finally, some of the celebrity guests that's going to be coming through is Jocelyn Hernandez, Sister Candy Burroughs, Real Housewives of Atlanta, who's been an ally to the community for years. Saucy Santana is going to be performing, and I think a couple of other people as well that I can't really think of right now, but those are some of the major people. And of course, my girl, Miss T.S. Madison is going to be at Mix Atlanta on Sunday, so be sure to check that out. And also, our company, our National Black LGBT Division, History of Black Gay America, the Atlanta chapter, we're going to be doing our second annual History of Black Gay Atlanta Hall of Fame and Justice induction. Last year, we inducted In the Life Atlanta, which is the original founders of the Atlanta Black Gay Pride celebration. We also honored Tracks Atlanta, which was Atlanta's very first club promoters. And we also honored the legendary and historic Marquette Lounge. The Marquette Lounge. For those people that don't know that the Marquette Lounge is Atlanta's very first Black-owned LGBTQ night spot, going all the way back to the late 60s, before Stonewall. And we're still doing research now. If I'm not mistaken, they are also the very first Black LGBTQ night spot ever in the nation. So we're still trying to find that out now, not just in Atlanta. So we was able to induct them last year. So this year, we're going to be inducting Legender Inc., Atlanta's very first trans organization. We're going to be inducting Atlanta's first Black gay church movement, the Unity Fellowship Church, Greater Atlanta. We're going to be inducting Councilwoman Keisha Shawn Waits. We're going to be inducting RT Parties Atlanta, which is one of our other veteran club promoters. And we're going to be doing our very first honorary induction in honor of the 10th anniversary celebration of the Pure Heat Community Festival. So we're very excited about what's going on this year. We're going to be doing their inductions at one of their signature events. We found that that was very important because when we presented the awards last year at our press conference 10th anniversary, the Marquette wasn't able to be there, so I said, me and the First Lady was like, let's just go to one of their signature events and present it. And I'm glad that we did, because you would be amazed at how many people did not know the history of the Marquette Lounge. And they frequent that spot every day, every weekend. And you should have saw the faces of the young people that was at that club when we told them the history. They were like, Marquette that old?
Yeah.
It's old. Excuse me. People had a whole level of respect for the owner of the vision and everything. So we decided to do the same thing this year, just go to the signature events and just honor them before the public so that people would know their history. So we're very excited about it. For more information about our business and what we do, and we definitely got to talk. Because when you told me about the story about your manager, I said, oh no, we got to handle that.
Yes, please network and make connections.
Yeah, so make sure you visit our website at productions.lgbt. That's our domain name. meetproductions.lgbt. For History of Black Gay America, that's historybokgey.us. Thank you all once again. It's been an honor to be media partner for 2 years for the Out Georgia Business Alliance. Thank you.